Is we Gucci in the coochie? Yes, we are. Yo, what's poppin', guys? Hope you guys are doing great. I actually am filming this video a couple hours after I filmed my first ever AKFX video to post on the channel. And yeah, pretty much that's it. So before I start off, I just want to say that I am not a FDA thingy approved. You know how I'm not a financial advisor. Whatever I say on this channel is purely for educational purposes, just for me to share what I know. And really, it's for me as well to document my journey in Forex and to improve, learn, and adapt from my own mistakes that I may make. But yeah, pretty much that's it. So I'm going to start off this video. The main purpose of this video is for a gold projection, right? And again, as I said, don't take my word for it. It's just that, yeah, don't take my word for it. It's just I'm telling you guys what I think is gonna happen, but until it actually happens, I don't know. You know what I mean? So I just think based off of X, Y, and Z, this could happen. And if this happens, hey, I'm gonna look at this area for me to perhaps observe sells. If price breaks out, perhaps I'm gonna observe this area for sells. After that, I'm gonna, you know what I mean? Stuff like that. So hope you guys understand. Okay, but yeah, so if you guys haven't already followed me on my Telegram channel, AKFX, let's try and run this up to 3K. Let's try and actually get this to 3K, bro. Let's try and get AKFX all the way up to 3K. Go ahead and share the first link in the Telegram channel below. Spread the word because, again, what do you have to lose? I am just giving you guys little bits of information as I go along my journey. And of course, this is just my journal. Anyway, I am going to share my MT4 screenshots. Anyway, I am going to share my breakdowns and back tests for learning purposes for myself. So why not join yourselves? But yeah, first link in the description. Go ahead and follow me there if you want to. All right, so first thing I'm seeing is, again, from an SMC standpoint, whether or not you or I trade it, this is what I'm seeing personally. I do see that we have ourselves a weekly range from a sell to a buy, creating a brand new high. We are in the equilibrium slight discount area of this. There are no points of interest that I'm seeing right now. We have tapped into the monthly, by the way, but besides that, I don't see anything on the weekly, but we have tapped into the monthly bullish order block / demand. Now, one thing for me, a massive thing for me, is that retail stops have been taken out. How do I know that these are retail stops? Well, I do know that all the people that are looking at YouTube for support and resistance, which you should already know, if you're looking at YouTube to learn support and resistance, you're not gonna have the best bet at actually doing something productive or profitable. But then again, who am I to say that tons of people who are in fact profitable off of trading YouTube support and resistance? But in my opinion, I don't think that's the right way to do it. But that's my opinion, though. I could be wrong factually. But what I'm seeing here is that these guys are looking at this as a resistance, which, yeah. But yeah, so they're looking at this as a resistance, and as you can see, they placed their buys in here, and this would be a resistance turned into support. So of course they're placing their buys, and they get completely stopped out now off of this position. Now that will be a great indicator to me, if you will, a great signal to me that we could potentially push up. Now, when I'm looking at this, right, when I'm looking at this real quick, I see that we have ourselves our fake out, right, our manipulation right here, and it's happening into a 4-hour demand. Okay, that's something. It's happening into a 4-hour demand. And so what is that then? A liquidity hunt or a stop hunt into demand / a bullish OB. That means a lot to me. Okay, now when I'm looking at this, okay, I'm seeing that liquidity from the buyers have been taken into a buying area in the first place. So where is price gonna hit to next? Inside, right? Inside where? Inside the range right here. We have our range expanding from this top to the bottom, okay, and it's gonna do what? It's gonna go and take the liquidity from the insides. Now when I'm looking at this, right, from a smart money standpoint, I see low resistance liquidity, right? In fact, you could say we have equal highs, which is not that you could say, we do have equal highs right here, 100%. Okay, so this is an inducement for something above, and I'll show you that above thing in a second because it's going to be very relevant. So what I'm seeing right now, I'm actually waiting for the 10 p.m. H4 candlestick, what it's going to do, what it's telling me for something else perhaps that I could do. But more importantly, I want to actually do something tomorrow with this chart. I'm not going to project that because that is basically giving a signal. But yeah, I'm going to project what I believe is going to happen in the future, in the near future, what could possibly happen. Right? So I'm seeing this liquidity up in here, which basically makes it very risky for people to sell and expect price to just boom, drop below. It's risky. Doesn't mean it's not gonna happen. It just means that it's risky to expect price to just swing below. Okay, so yeah, pretty much. What else did I want to say? Yeah, so I believe that price could do something like this. Stop hunt all these guys out into a demand and fly. Right, so basically, okay, stop hunt and fly to take this liquidity. Basically, something like this. Now, after it's done that, you guys should already know that means that there is a breakout and we will wait for a pullback to buy. Okay, now in more detail, this is our first part. Okay guys, our first thing is that, or at least for me, I believe that this entire high, this entire top is gonna get run through. That's my thinking, right? That's my projection, if you will. The next thing I would like to observe is for price to come inside this hidden base. Can you guys see this hidden base right here? What is a hidden base? Go and study some supply and demand, you'll know it. There's a hidden base right here, plus an ICT breaker, which to me is an incredibly high confluence area, right? I would love for price to take these equal highs. So we already understood something, okay guys? We have this liquidity, we have this 4 hour, and I would love, and we've induced that 4 hour for a bunch of days. We've stop hunted it. I don't expect price to do that. I don't expect it to. I expect price to do that, and it stop hunted below, and to come up to take this liquidity from the sellers that are using trend lines and stuff, okay? Or at least trend lines in the way that YouTube portrays it, which is not the right way to use it in my opinion. Okay, take the liquidity out into this area right here. Okay, into this area right here. Will be great for me. Will be great for me to do what? Will be great for me to observe sells to retrace. Okay, so this basically to do this, right? Price has now done that. Boom. Price has now done that. Breaking out. After every breakout, what happens? Look at this. Look at this here. After every breakout, what happens? A pullback. After every breakout, what happens? A pullback. After every breakout, what happens? Here, minor pullback in this case. After every breakout, what happens? A pullback, right? After every breakout, what happens? A pullback. Here, after every breakout, what happens? A pullback. Massive breakout, what happens? A massive pullback. It's imbalanced here, so it comes back to balance it out, right? After every here breakout, what happens? A pullback. It doesn't need to be accurate all the way inside, or not accurate, I mean deep all the way inside, right? But you should expect that to happen, right? So when I'm looking at this, after if this area does get broken out, right? If we do get a breakout here, I expect this area, perhaps, if the confirmations are right. Again, I have to wait for the candles to show me what could happen, or at least what's likely to happen, right? If price comes in here, I would love, after confirmation, to sell the guy down. Sounds like a slave trade, I know, but sell the guy down into other buy areas, right? And from here, I would love, absolutely love, to carry on with a continuation. And so that is basically going to form this. Sorry, let me just get to the daily real quick. Right, so sorry, let me just delete this as well. But basically this area in here, which I've shown you guys on the 4 hour, whatever you want to use, you want to just refine it to the 4 hour supply. Sure, I prefer to take the range because it's more general, so I have more space to work with, in the sense that I can wait longer, and that usually results to bigger movement trades because I'm not getting in, getting out, getting in, getting out. Oh, price comes in here, an M1 break of structure, and I enter. What the heck? Have you seen the range, bro? 135 pips and you're going to use an M1 break of structure. Come on now. Come on now, right? So yeah, pretty much. I that's just the way I do it. But you know what I mean? Whatever point of interest you want to look at this area as, I will look at price taking these equal highs into that area and thus retracing. Okay? So that sort of formation should give me something like this. And then pulling back into it, because we just broke this out, right? So we pull back into that and we fly. That's my projection, personally speaking. Okay, so that would give me something like this. Okay, that would give me something like this. That would be great if that happens, because we just broke out. Now there's a reason for price to retrace, okay, which is this little supply block over here. That's the reason why price could retrace after the breakout. And I would love to take the sell. I would really genuinely love to take the sell if the conditions are right. After that, right, we continue up. From then on, let's see what we have here on the weekly. Let's see what we have on the daily. We have on the 4. Yeah, that's probably gonna be some kind of reaction right about here. Depends though. As I said, these are areas, right, guys? This is something you need to understand. What I'm saying is, what I'm not saying is that price is just gonna come in here, touch, go down, or price is gonna even break this thing out in the first place. I'm just saying, if it does break out, expect that price could pull back from this region, right? And after the pullback, expect that price, right, after the pullback, could fly from here. It makes sense for that to happen. Why? Why does that make sense to happen, my friends? Why do you think? Let's bring up a fresh chart. No, man, it's fine. Let's just use this. It's fine. I hope you guys can see. I just don't want to, switch charts and then come back and forth and then, you know what I mean, just confuse a bunch of people. Why do you think that I would trust this low to hold? Because this low was responsible for, it's a strong low basically. It's responsible for a manipulation and a break of structure. Really, very easily, that in itself would be a break of structure. But just to generalize things, the entire high. Right? So that high, the entire thing caused, because it was a consolidation kind of period, caused the low that caused manipulation. So if price, it's already done step 1 of being a strong low, take a liquidity. But if it does not break the structure, then it's not going to be considered a strong low. Prices would probably do something like this and come back down, right? Or this and come back down. Okay, so yeah, just watch out for the fact that if price does break out, this would be considered a strong low, something I am going to trust to hold. Simple as that. Okay, now when it comes to this area, there really isn't nothing much to it. It's just that we have ourselves, as you can see, an OB right here. I don't trade breakers, but I am aware of them. But yeah, you can see that we have ourselves like a H4 OB and stuff like that as well. When we're looking at this, it's not an area personally for me I would sell from, right? But it is an area that I would observe. But more so, if you guys want to know where like I would really trust, I genuinely don't even trust any of these clusters of highs to hold. But for me to trust something, it would perhaps be, yeah, perhaps this little supply block here, this one above it. All right, now why this one? Because we will have ourselves liquidity inducing it, and we will also have, why this one above? Because this liquidity could induce it. Now these are simply areas to watch out for, because the main direction, okay, look, to keep it very simple, if price breaks this high, the main direction for me personally is a buy. And a buy to where? To go and get this high out. That's me though. Okay, so yeah, pretty much that's it. Yeah, pretty much that's just my entire projection, right? It's just that I don't care about what happens up here, we'll see. But for now, what I'm seeing is that price could have manipulated this into the 4-hour OB to come and attack these highs and break them, in fact. Okay, we could come up here and break them, and if we do break it, I'm gonna expect a retracement, and in fact I will look to actually sell the retracement down into the previously broken structure, right? This is that 4-hour, that 4-hour here is going kind of like that. This 4-hour POI is going kind of like that to cause price to retrace back down, and I would love to buy price back up again once price comes back in here. So let's just see what happens. Again, guys, if we fail to break the high, we will fall back down, and if we do fail to break the high and fall back down, you should perhaps look at this area here, right, for price to come up from. That is, if you know what I mean, I were advising myself or suggesting something to myself, that's what I would suggest to myself, but you guys do you. But yeah, if price fails to break it, but we should, and yeah, God willing, that's what happens, because as you know, I am a small fry in this market. Hey, I don't move price now, do I? Exactly my point. So all I can do is predict what price could do, and then tell you guys, if it doesn't do it, what I'm gonna do next. So like I said, if price does, I'm predicting that price breaks the high. Okay, but if it doesn't break the high, I am expecting a massive sell-off, or at least a significant enough sell-off to the downside. Okay, we also have to understand, institutionally, we do have ourselves some very beautiful lows down here. But besides that, right, If price does not break it, I expect a pretty significant sell-off to the bottom. If price does break, like this, in this case, what do I expect? Price to kind of rest here for a little bit, retrace back into this whole leg here, if you will. This whole leg. Retrace back into the leg. And then in here, because there's a strong low, and look, guys, watch this. Oh, this is a great example. This is a fantastic example, in fact. If price does give me this, it is going to be what? A daily bullish Quasimodo. What's this? Hey. You guys see what I have been telling you guys in the previous video. Okay? This will be a strong low, and that will be a weak high. Very, very simple. But, as I've said, this will not be the case unless we actually get our breakout. Okay? So yes, keep that in mind. If we do get a breakout, I will be trusting the low. Personally, for me, I'll be trusting the low. And I would love to get myself a retracement sell, right? Back into the range, because it will be worthy enough with the pips, right? But 300 pips, anything above 100 pips for me is fine. Of course, I do take into account risk to reward. But I don't like to cover too much about risk to reward because it doesn't help anybody when it comes to my risk to reward. However, it does help when I tell you how much the movement could be, right? Because risk to reward really varies. Some people may have a conservative stop loss, which maybe only lands them a 1 to 5. Some people may have a very aggressive stop loss, which may land them a 1 to 12, right? So it's kind of like that. There's a lot of variables to high RR setups. But yeah, so this is my projection, guys, for gold. And for a very long-term view, I do intend to see the crash of the dollar and the high from gold taken in due time. But for now, we play the small moves, and I would love to see this formation happening. Thank you guys so much if you've taken away something from this video. If you like this video for any reason whatsoever, I would appreciate it if you guys could like it. But if you guys did not like this video, feel free to leave a dislike. That's perfectly fine. I'm cool with it. And tell me whatever you guys want to tell me down in the comment section below. See you guys there. I may even reply to a couple. I genuinely do not like being too communicative with randoms, but because you guys are not randoms, you guys are supporting me, of course, I will do my best to reply to some comments. And yeah, the thing is that a lot of people are asking for mentorship or signals that I just have to ignore because I've explicitly said in my journal that I do not do any form of coaching, I do not do any form of mentorship or signals. I am simply here to give you guys free knowledge that I know. That's it. I may be limited in my knowledge compared to somebody else, but I'm doing my best to give you as much as I feel comfortable in giving you. Hope you guys can appreciate that and understand that. Have a wonderful day, night, evening, wherever you guys are at, and make sure to keep on drinking chai. See you guys in the next one. I'm not sure what the next one's going to be, but perhaps the comment section of this video could help. See you guys in the next one anyway. Peace out.